The Zoo Midland project is preparing to bring the Wild to West Texas while the zoo is still a few years out from opening its gates. Tonight we've learned some big progress has been made. Sydney Jollivet joins us from a new facility that's part of the project. Sydney, what can you tell us?
That's right, Crystal. It may not look like much behind me right now, but just give it a few years. A zoo coming to the tall city has been the talk of the town since it was first announced last October. And the community is still full steam ahead in making sure everything is ready for when the extraordinary animals make Midland their new home.
It's sort of like a dream come true. I mean, to build your own zoo and to kind of be a part of it and have an impact and a fingerprint and, you know, on what the finished product is.
Zoo Midland is an exciting new project that is expected to open in 2027. But there is a lot of legwork to be done before then.
We want to have some facilities off property so that we can sort of present ourselves in the best light on the facility.
In addition to a proper zoo, there will also be a 4-acre Wildlife Rehabilitation Center that will have 3 main functions.
We want to be able to store our hay in the bigger trucks off-site, and then once a week we'll go and get the 20 to 30 bales that we need. We're also having a couple of greenhouses that we'll use, one to grow a lot of the produce, which we're excited about doing, and then we'll also have a sort of a facility inside of a facility. So we'll have the primary, like it's almost 5 acres, and then inside of that we'll have another 8-foot fence, and then there'll be a building inside of that 8-foot, and that'll be where we'll use to quarantine some of our smaller animals.
Green has been in the zoo business for over 30 years, and he understands that having a fluid building makes the animal adventure memorable.
A lot of zoos are, you know, because they're, 100 years, 75 years old, 50 years old, they may have been kind of out on the suburbs, but then the suburbs grew around them, and so they're kind of landlocked. So in kind of my experience, it was best to kind of go ahead and let's map out not just the zoo we want to have in the next couple of years, but where do we want to be in 20 or 30 years.
The off-site property is not too far from the actual zoo, so if you want to pass by, you don't need cheetah speed to get there.
One of our goals with Zoo Midland is we want kind of the back of house to be very much like the front of house. So if you go behind the scenes, you can't really tell the difference necessarily. There may just be one side you need an escort to kind of walk around, and the other side you're free to, roam around.
Now, this is definitely not an overnight project. It takes time to build a zoo from the ground up. But one day in the future, you will be able to experience the jungle in your own backyard. Reporting in Midland, I'm Sydney Jollivet for News West 9.